Back at it, y'all.
Well.
Back to the rooftop. It's Niijii here.
Urbanamp.
So February 15th, 2018.
Indeed, the day after Valentine's.
Yeah. Seems like there's another. I don't even want to start off like dark already, but it's like already gonna start off like with Valentine's Day massacre.
Oh, okay,
So,
that's interesting.
yeah.
So, I saw a video by D. Marvel who was going on about sort of a lot of random factoids, but he was like, I swear that there's probably already been like a bunch of Valentine's Day massacres. Yeah. And I didn't look into it yet. I want to later, but I'm pretty sure he's correct. Right? Haven't we already had not just like back in the day stuff happens?
Yeah.
Or there's also that odd hit Valentine's Day massacre, right?
Yeah.
But also, haven't we already had a modern day, like, our post 9/11, surveillance state kind of, fake news, false flag, Valentine's Day attack? Haven't we had that already? Like, that sounds so familiar to me.
I'm sure we've had something in the last year. It's been 20 years when we didn't think about it. Damn, it's been a while. People still aren't up. You know what I mean? They're still not looking into that. You know what I mean? It's only been 20. I don't say it's only been 20 years, but it's been 20 years. It's almost right.
That is crazy. I guess you could say what is so. It was 7. So what is it? It's 16 years,
16,
right?
yeah.
And then and before you know it, it'll be 20 before you know it. Man, it has been a little while.
Yeah.
We were all, busy with a bunch of random life junk, but I don't know. I feel like there's so much.
There's no lie.
Yeah. I'm not really sure where to start, but I do know that I want to get at that whole SpaceX, Starman, Tesla Roadster, in orbit, blasting off to Mars. Bull crap.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Because so quick recap, right? What was it? Shoot, I've already forgotten the date.
Let's see.
What date was that? It was just last week, right? SpaceX launched their Falcon Heavy rocket, which is supposedly it was the one that they intended to be the vehicle that would take man to Mars, right? That poisonous, noxious red planet that now we're going to put colonies on. But and I don't know, maybe because Elon Musk is such a whimsical, charming man. He's like, I'm going to put a roadster in space. One of his Tesla cars. I'm going to put one of my carbon fiber, aluminum, plastic cars in space. And to sweeten the deal, cherry on top, he even put like a dummy Starman, a dummy astronaut, which is, I guess, like redundant.
That's redundant.
A hollow shell of a man up in space.
That sounds about right.
Not breathing. And then they broadcast the whole thing, quotation marks live, and quotation marks, right? And then we had a live feed, again with quotations, from space. The Roadster had a camera pointed out toward the globe, planet Earth's general direction, as the Roadster, or I guess the satellite it was attached to, spun around nauseatingly. We saw the proof of the globe. I don't know. I guess my sarcasm is like drippingly obvious, because if you watch that and you have even, I think, the slightest bit of an open mind, I mean, you don't even have to be like a conspiracy theorist.
No, you don't. You don't. That's the thing.
Retard flat earther.
You don't.
I just had the slightest open mind, and it's like, wait a second, that is baloney. Like that just absolutely no sense, you know. And there's so many. Here, okay, we got this article up. What is this from? This is from TechCrunch. There we go. So
that's when
February 17th.
Yeah,
okay.
That's when I find the date.
No, that can't be it.
No.
Today is the 15th.
No, that's right. No, Falcon 9.
Oh, Falcon 9. They're launching
Target.
another one.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. They're launching another one already? That's very interesting. So, what was I going to say? Yeah. So, and then of course, after it happened, it sort of like blew up social media and YouTube, you know, and it's like everybody had something to say about it, whether it was, you know, all the space worshippers, the scientism people were like, oh my gosh, look how awesome this is. This is so amazing. Look at the Earth, how awesome. Starman, whoa, you know. And then, and then there's that whole other side of like everyone who understands that it's just a sham, that's all BS. And then there's like video after video of like SpaceX fraud, fake news, SpaceX, fake space, you know, so. And I'm not throwing shade at it. I'm just saying, like, I'm just sort of, I guess, like just because it was just so exaggerating, there was so much that came out. Like, I feel like my YouTube feed is just full of SpaceX stuff, you know, these days. And what's funny is, you know how YouTube, at the very top of the what's not the what's hot feed, the your feed, you know?
Oh, your feed or the
trending? Not trending.
Okay, yeah, your feed.
Your feed.
Yeah.
Remember at the very top will have like an ad usually?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Mine had the SpaceX live feed for a while. And I don't know what triggered that, because I don't go to SpaceX's site for anything. I don't look at any of their YouTube videos, so that makes me think, was that like algorithm because of like related to my searches regarding just space in general and moon and flat earth and everything, or is it because that was the agenda, was to push the live feed?
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. Did he get tagged because
like,
of space, or did he get tagged?
Exactly, yeah. What was it tagged, or was it just everyone got that? Which I think it'd be interesting to hear from other people, like how they, you know.
Yeah, I think I have it on there too, but like, I mean, I really don't look at that. As soon as I get on to kind of scroll, but.
I mean, typically I have Apple ads on mine, so that.
Okay.
I mean, I have an iPhone, so that makes sense, right?
Yeah, correct.
But also, what was I going to say? Brain's a jumble.
But I thought I read somewhere where the live feed had got switched up or something.
Okay, yeah.
It was a new live feed or something.
I have yet to watch any of those, you know, videos where people debunk the whole thing. I mean, because it's like pretty much you're kind of preaching to the choir. Like I don't really need an in-depth one to prove it to me, because I think I've already seen enough of, like, I watched it like semi-live, like the same day, and then I watched I think a few videos the day after, and I already saw enough. And I was like, okay, this is just ridiculous, you know. And sort of also the meta narrative is also kind of also what I think debunks it for me, is because just the idea that, you know, we're like, you know, like okay, so the whole idea of the Roadster with Starman in space, right? And that it's not only, you know, out there in space, it's also it also has thrust. I guess it's like on its, not thrust is the wrong word. It has like momentum, right? And it's like going toward Mars or something. And I'm just like, okay, so this is actually traveling in space right now, right?
It doesn't have.
Well, I mean, okay, it's attached to something.
It's got to be something to kind of thrust it to guide us. You can't just have it as a centrifugal force and hoping that it's going to be on that trajectory toward Mars.
Well, as we know, centrifugal force makes it so that gravity happens. So just to clear things up here.
Yeah, you're right.
Right. So watch out. Okay, science. Okay, and then there's like a press conference that Elon Musk did where he's like being his usual like witty, charming self. And he's like, I'm so rich and cool and charming, you know. And he's all like, oh no, we didn't put anything on the Roadster, any modifications. It's absolutely like stock from the factory Tesla car. It's like, oh, okay. And then, you know, he's like, oh, the plan is to send it toward Mars so it can drift in orbit or something, or for like billions of years, you know. I think he's, you know, calling back Sagan. Billions and billions of stars, you know, or is it millions? I don't know. I guess we've escalated.
Yeah, escalated.
Inflation, right?
Yeah,
So, so it's like, okay, so you're this rich dude who's talking to the world essentially, you know, at some news conference, and you're being interviewed and doing articles that, you know, your interviews, and you're saying things like this. You're saying, I put a totally stock car in space, and I didn't do anything to it, and I'm gonna say it's gonna roam around for billions of years in space. And then we found out later on, like I think that within the last day or two, that they also hid within that Starman, you know, dummy, like some kind of a little a data storage device, some crazy like quartz crystal disk or something that has like 6,000 terabytes of data, you know, with all the important bits of humanity, like, you know, Einstein and Newton and all those geniuses, right? And so that's the plan, right? It's just going to drift out there and maybe someday encounter other intelligent, with quotations, life, and like share the human story, right? Except that it's like made of freaking plastic and aluminum, and it's all like, you know, part of the deal with Tesla is they were able to manufacture this super lightweight car that could have an electric engine that could get enough thrust to like, you know, drive fast and be sporty, you know. So it's like this lightweight, thin plastic, you know, materials that this. And so okay,
wow, you
I
saw
Kubrick. Oh shit! God, I'm too animated today. If there was a video, you'd see my arms waving around. Anyway, yeah, it's just, you know, how are you someone, rich tech billionaire genius guy, I suppose, you know, who's like saying this stuff in public out loud, and everyone's eating it up, and it's like, where is the thinking here?
Well,
that car is not going to make it. It's going to get just destroyed by so many different things. If space exists, as we have been told, as Spacex and NASA and Elon and all those tards, you know, as they push the narrative of our cosmology, if that's true, then that car ain't making it, like, I don't know how long, months or years or something.
No, it's not.
And then, you know, I even saw an article where some girl was like, I don't know, some science girl was like, that car's not going to make it 1 year, she anticipates, you know. It's like, yeah, hello, thank you for thinking. Like, there are, and that in and of itself, that right there is, like, again, such a big red flag for me. Just like, this thing is more of the sham, is more the narrative, and if anything, like, maybe it was some weird, like, attempt to also disprove flat Earth or something. To maybe people who are mainstream minded, but they're like on the edge of maybe opening their mind maybe to the not a globe theory, you know, then this was like, oh, okay, they're going to pull them right back in the fold. Yeah. Right? Because, oh, look, we're seeing it for real. It's for real. Right. It's live. Obviously, we're on a globe, you know. Right. Obviously, they can't make this stuff up on computers. Yeah. Right? That's dumb to imagine that they could be faking it with CG.
They wouldn't do that to us, though. They wouldn't do that to us.
They wouldn't trust the state.
Yeah. They wouldn't do that to us.
In the state we trust.
Wow.
God bless the USA. So, you know, I don't know. Sorry, that's my beef. That's just annoyed the crap out of me. And I've had, like, that's this whole week has been, there's so many random things I've been, like, watching and learning and reading. But that SpaceX launch has just lingered on my freaking YouTube feed. And then just, it's lingered in my mind. It's so annoying. And then, you know, I have a family member that works for SpaceX, not like some big fancy engineer level. He's just like a kind of a nobody grunt, you know, but so I don't think he knows anything about what's really going on there.
Yeah, no.
But because of that, there's all this SpaceX pride in my family. Everyone's like, whoa, did you see that launch? Whoa, how amazing. And I was just sitting there like, okay, yeah, okay, cool. All right, are we done? Can we get back to, like, real things, you know?
Yeah, but you have to think that we're still not, they're still using the old technology to, you know what I mean?
What is it Richie said over and over again the last few days? He's like, yeah, so, we use this 1970s technology to fly to the moon. That's a terrible Boston accent.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying, right? Yeah.
That would
Oh,
have
wait,
to
I
be,
thought we got rid of that technology. I thought we destroyed it.
You destroyed
and it's just
it.
too painful to recreate it, right? Mr. NASA. Yeah.
If let's just think about it. If that's the technology that we're still using to launch stuff, forget about Mars. You're not gonna get there.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah, you're not gonna get to Mars if you're using that. No, that's
What's funny is I feel like there's almost this meme happening in media, like in, let's say, like visual media or stories like TV, movies, books, about sort of the future of energy. We're seeing this, like, lots of storylines and plot lines in fiction have been about, new renewable energy and like utilizing crystals or like magnets or, etc. for tapping into this new form of energy. We're like relinquishing fossil fuel dependency, and but despite that, right? Even despite like electric cars all over the world, and every company has their version now. Despite that, we're still completely dependent on fossil fuels, even to the effect that in order to send anything into, quote, space, unquote, right? Like, we have to blow up a bunch of old dinosaurs, quote unquote.
Yeah, correct.
So it's like, yeah, you're right. This is just retarded, man. I'm sorry, that was not PC, but this is dumb. It's dumb. Like, why are we buying this?
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, there's that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's clearly a blimp. I think Niijii, you took a picture, right?
Yeah. You can't see it though.
Okay.
It looks like
Why don't I take a video real quick? He made it up here to the roof before me, and alerted me to the presence of an at the time unidentified aerial phenomena. So I ran over with the quickness, but en route he was able to determine it's actually a blimp. But like, so
you don't see them too much.
I'll take a video.
Usually out like sporting events. I don't know what's.
Yeah, I've never seen one here, right? I mean, I have never seen one out here.
No, but the stadium's on the opposite side.
Which stadium? Okay. Staples, right? What are you saying?
Staples is down there.
Staples down there.
And then the Dodgers is over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
okay.
This is not. There's nothing over here. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no sporting event over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There it is. See. So
okay.
I'm gonna try to zoom in a little bit on it. There we go. I have this. Of course, the video on the iPhone is crappy. So
I was driving in today, and I don't know. I just kind of went off and just kind of like daydreaming, sitting in traffic here. But there was a very expensive car. Maybe I think it was a Rolls or a Bentley or something like that, and the license plate said CEO on it. But
it's like having a big lifted truck.
Yeah.
This is like my dick is small or something.
Yeah. But it just had me thinking, like, oh, if you're, well, I don't know what, obviously you're doing well, right? If you're driving a Bentley or whatever, and it says, or I guess financially well. I don't know if you're, spiritually well. I don't know, but finance wise. But it still dawned on me that that CEO driving that Bentley or Rolls Royce or whatever it was, he or she is still in the rat race because they were still stuck in traffic. Like
that's good.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking, I was like, well, yeah, I'm driving this.
You're so superior. You're doing awesome.
You're doing
and
awesome.
You're waiting in this line right next to me.
Yeah, right.
That's a great point.
I think to me, once you get to that next level, you're going to be taking helicopters. You got a helicopter pad, or you're jet setting, kind of like, you know what I mean?
You may never
if you're in that
range, the city in this way.
Yes, you would never have to be in your vehicle driving yourself to wherever business that they were going.
We're using all the underground tubes and stuff, right?
Yeah, it was just, so people in different professions who think they're above other people, you know what I mean? are not. Then we're in the same boat. We're in the same basket. You know what I mean? So
no, I agree. I think that's part of that illusion of the 1%. That psyop that was sold to us maybe a year or two back. Remember? Yeah. It was like we're part of the race. I think for the election was like, oh, they only support Trump or the Republicans only support the 1% or da da da. But I think that's the psyop. I think that's trying to, as if like you're saying, as if that CEO with his Bentley or whatever, maybe he thinks he's attained the 1%.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe he thinks, oh, I'm almost there. I'm in the 10% or something. Yeah. It's like, no, bro, you're still way down to like the 40, 50, 60%. It's like, because really they're so high above. They're not even bothering, like you said, with the rat race. They don't care about the Bentley. Yeah. They're probably flying in freaking UFOs and shit. Or they're just using underground tunnels.
Yeah, they're not using conventional stuff, right? I mean,
they're not driving themselves.
They're not driving themselves in traffic.
Like, I'm sorry, Baron Rothschild, or he's not sitting and he's like, brr, brr, hurry up, you bloke. No, he's not.
No, they're not. So, what I mean? But you're right. It is that delusion. You think you're there, but it's not. You know what I mean? You're working with, people who are working around professionals or your so-called professionals or whatever.
Did you take a picture of that? That would have been really cool.
I know I should have, but
cool, why didn't you use your phone while driving?
Man.
What?
I don't know.
I do not condone. No.
I don't know, just daydreaming, sitting in traffic. You can't do a lot of thinking in traffic. You get a lot of time just to think about stuff. But I was just thinking But where I live, there is a lot of high end. Well, it's in LA, right? So you kind of want to be seen. And it's just that whole.
Clearly, he wants to be seen.
Yeah,
and he wants to be noticed.
Yeah,
as
correct?
a CEO.
Correct. Right? Yeah.
That's so dumb.
That's
baller.
Yeah. But I want to have. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Let's just move on. All right, next topic. But there was a article or a. I think I sent it to you. I don't know. There was a video too. I sent you.
Oh yeah. I didn't watch any of it.
Okay.
And I just briefly saw the picture and the article you sent. The one about the atom, right?
Oh, okay, yes.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, no. You're all.
That one too.
You also sent me something else about.
Yeah, it was that one too.
Barry. About Barry, right?
Oh, Barry
Soetoro.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. What's up with that?
I haven't had any. Let me see if I can find it.
What I found interesting is that. So the image you sent me.
But it was from.
It looks like it was taken from a screenshot from a website.
Yeah.
And it's an official court document that has on the very bottom Barry Soetoro, and it says something like, aka Barack Hussein Obama.
Yeah, but it's got Biden too, right?
Yeah.
So
and
in his capacity of natural person,
de facto president La Passe or in Passe. What does that mean? And as de jure president in Passe. Very interesting legalese there. Yeah. But to me, that looks like the person that we call Barack Obama is like in some way confirming like that. That's really interesting. It's very interesting, right? I mean, I don't know. That was weird. I was like, what is that? Is that confirmation? Is that?
But I don't know.
A long time, I thought that was just another one of those weird, like, I don't know, psyops or something. And that like,
but this and then
I actually looked for a while trying to find some.
And then it's got Joseph R. Biden Jr. here too, and it says as the jure vice president.
That's French, right?
Yeah. So is it French? But I don't. But if you look at this, U.S. courts.
U.S. courts. I don't know. This definitely, I think, deserves a closer look. This is very interesting.
And this is from the Washington D.C. area, right? So they're gonna have their own district courts outside of the other 50 states, right? So they have their own jurisdiction. So whatever goes on there only goes on that 10 square mile radius. Okay.
So yeah. I think should pause.
All right, we're back. We just had a little hiatus for a second.
Yeah.
But obviously, you wouldn't notice it on the recording, right?
Yeah, we just could have said nothing.
Yeah.
Damn it. But
like just in over here, I guess.
Yeah, just for a few minutes until it's clear. Yeah. So while we were discussing the wowza, man, you know what? A lot of action on the roof. I like it. While we were standing here, throughout the last couple of weeks, as we've been kind of ramping up activity with our rambles, we have noticed an increase in traffic up here, as in like people that come up to the roof and like just look around and stuff and take pictures, probably looking like we do, stand up here taking pictures. But we've been trying to keep an eye on that, kind of keep our eyes and ears open.
You sound paranoid,
but
yeah,
I mean, not we are paranoid conspiracy theorists, but like not like that.
Yeah, no, it's just been a lot more like traffic up here. Though
there has been an increase. It's definitely notable.
And not
But okay, so just while Niijii was going to show me that document with the whole Soetoro thing, which that's a whole other fascinating thing that I don't know if we can have time to get into.
No, probably not. Yeah, we'll have to save that one.
Somebody walked up the stairs slowly and stopped right a few feet from us, looking out over the city like lots of people do. But there's just something very suspicious about him. He kind of had like a Ron Swanson look. I don't know if you guys are Parks and Rec fans, but I think you know what I mean. And he was just sitting there looking out, and then eventually just walked back down and left. And from our vantage point, we were able to see that he, crossed and left. And I was like, okay, what's this? Who is this guy? Where's he going? Just walking around. We could see him a few blocks away, just walking around. So it was weird. I don't know. Are we being?
It's not.
Surveilled.
I don't know. Just because. I've noticed on different occasions, and you noticed it. So I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not.
You don't even have any subscribers yet that aren't like you or me. I doubt. There are a surprising number of views though, and I wonder what's happening there.
But
I usually listen to each one once, but
just to make sure it's okay.
But some of them have like 15, 17 views. I'm like, who's listening to these things?
But I don't know. But like I said, I mean, with the algorithm, I mean, it's being played on YouTube.
It's popping up on someone's.
And so whatever words that we say get scanned, get databased. They get used. So somebody else has got to pass it on to their superior so they can listen to it, possibly. But
I don't know. That's I doubt like internal stuff, like an audit would show the watch counts.
No.
But anyway, so okay. You were showing me a document that another one of I think this is one of your friends you met recently, right?
Yes.
Also a truth seeker.
Correct.
And she sent you screenshots, right?
Screenshots from.
And is this her first-hand research? Did she look this up on her phone, screenshot it, and then send it to you?
So I think she has another person that she listens to.
Okay.
So
she's like forwarding.
She's forwarding stuff, to me.
Again,
correct.
That's not the best source.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
So we'll post this. Yeah, can you upload that, and then we'll put this on the video too, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Because I think it'd be good to check out the website. The very top of the image has a website, or it has a web address, like an HTML, so a URL. So we should go there and see if we can find this document at that URL as well, just as verification. But so the document's interesting. It is essentially it's a lawsuit. It's like essentially like it's almost like a front cover letter of a lawsuit, right? It's who is it? Who's the plaintiff?
Defendant, plaintiff.
Gregory Hollister.
Correct.
And V. Barry Soetoro.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting for me because even though I pretty much lean toward any conspiracy theory that pops up in the mainstream news is likely true, and that's why it pops up and is being ridiculed. That's my take on it. But in regard to the whole birther thing, because it's associated with Trump, I generally just thought it was more ridiculousness from the Trump camp, just because they just have a tendency to spew out lots of ridiculous stuff. Although I will admit that a lot of what they say is kind of has truth in it too. I mean, he's right. It is fake news. I mean, it's like, although it's a psyop, his use of fake news is a psyop.
Is a psyop. Yeah,
but he's not. He's also not wrong. Like, it is fake news. So I don't know. So the whole birther thing, I always kind of just was like, what is this junk? Who cares anyway? BS, whatever. But this is really interesting to me because that's like, oh wait, how can this document exist if there isn't some kind of truth?
Yeah. Oh, and this, I mean, you'll see in the document though that it's, it's dated
2008.
2008, yeah. Oh,
which
first
makes a
file.
lot of sense.
On the 31st. Yeah, 12/31/2008. So.
Yeah. That would make a lot of sense,
that
right? That would coincide right with election. Yeah, right. Trying to be like, oh, he's not even a citizen. Get this dark guy out of here, And it's interesting. Okay, and this is more like legal stuff. Jeez,
the bees.
I know, right? They're after the swarm. They said the swarm. Too much truth. But this is like. This makes me think of. I'm sorry. I'm like rambling. I'm literally rambling
on the roof
because I can't think because there's freaking noise. Okay, so this is where my like limited understanding of legal matters, legalese, bar and all that stuff. I don't understand it. But
you would get stuck in that hole.
Oh man! But okay, so just does the document, the existence of the document in its legitimate form, is it in effect proof that a person named Barry Soetoro exists and that he also goes by the name Barack Hussein Obama and was elected president? Like, is that proof? And so, because I guess, and so what I mean to say, I should preface that with, if I were to sue Joe Blow, but let's say his name is really, Joe Mofo, okay, and like. But I make my case against Joe Blow and I identify him and I say Joe Blow, aka Joe Mofo. Is that right? Like, or does the name? Do I have to use his real name in order to even make a case? Right? Because I mean that's what I'm saying. Like, is this proof
you can't sue
that Barack Hussein Obama is actually Barry Soetoro?
Yeah.
Therefore, there's no birth or conspiracy. There's the proof.
Can you sue his alias? That's what I'm saying, right?
I mean, his alias can, as in, sorry. If I, how do I say? What's a better example, like analogy, like, who was it? Okay? How about Dana Carvey? Okay, let's say I sue Garth. Right?
Okay.
Urbanamp v. Garth, right? Can I do that? But then, like, I'm expecting. Okay, so how do I explain this? Right? Would I be suing Dana Carvey, right? Or can I even sue Garth? Because Garth is a fictitious character who doesn't exist, right? Could I make a document with the U.S. District Court in D.C.?
Yeah, correct.
Urbanamp v. Garth, also known as Dana Carvey, because he can also. It's like, this is a fictitious character. Can I, in the legal setting of a court setting, make a case against someone who doesn't exist, who is a known fictitious character? Right? Like, I guess so. So what I'm saying is, does that then prove? Any
lawyers out there, please comment.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
please comment. Please comment in the box.
So does the existence of the document prove that Obama really is this Barry Soetoro guy,
correct,
who maybe really isn't a U.S. Citizen?
Yeah, like that. Yes, correct.
I mean, because if that's the case, dude, that's huge. And it's like right there, you can just search it.
And he's actually the second. He's actually a junior. So if
what does that mean?
Well,
is there some other actor like
that would technically be his father per se, right? So he would have to use junior.
See this
to distinguish between his father and him, if they have the same name.
If they have, but then how can he? if this is a fake name, if this is
Yeah.
an alias, Obama is
It's
his
alias,
alias name.
correct.
How can you have a junior of an alias name? Like, why do you even need that? That's weird, right? That's,
Can you have an alias of an alias?
But Big Barry Soetoro Senior also changed his name to Barack Obama, Hussein Obama. Senior. That's weird. I don't know. I think that's a fascinating document. I want to know more about that.
Yeah, I want to know more too. But like I said, it's tied up in the legal, like the whole legal stuff is. I mean, if you really get into,
Put it back down there.
okay, if you really get into it, and you start reading like the laws and what's a natural law and what's a scientific law or
what is it? U.S. District Court law, right?
Correct, right? So
yeah.
once you start getting into that stuff, there's only a few natural laws that are just natural, and then you got these pseudo laws that man has made up to control. You
Other
people, right? Basically, you cannot do anything. I mean, if you're obeying those laws, right? I mean, because everything you do right now, right? Right now, we are loitering, I guess, per se. Right?
Okay.
This would be loitering, right? So how
We're
long
on
is loitering?
private property, right?
For X amount of minutes is called loitering. So literally, if you stop on the street to make a phone call to your wife or whoever, longer
and
than
it lasts
that,
more than whatever is
a lot of
defined
time,
as loitering.
that's loitering.
Maybe it's not defined, because that's also the case, right? Where if it's not explicit, then that kind of gives more power to the authority figure.
Yeah.
Right? So then hypothetically you stop on the street to call your wife, and there is no amount of minutes in the statute or whatever of what loitering is defined as, so the policeman decides he's going to stop you.
Yeah.
And then he's within his right
Yeah.
to stop you. And then he decides, now he has motive to search you.
Correct.
And then now he has motive to cuff you, and then suddenly you're arrested. And then maybe he feels threatened, so he shoots you. And now it's self-defense,
And what the difference is, too, is that the criminal laws, I guess that's what I was trying to come up is with the criminal laws is really to steal money, basically, because every criminal law there's a fine. There's a fine for it. For a natural law, there's no fine unless somebody gets injured. So I mean, just with the criminal laws in itself, you know what I mean? And then they give you authority to, like I said, to search you, to be harassed, to be, you're kind of at their whim. If you let them, right?
Well, that's the weird. So, what we're kind of tiptoeing around is that idea of the. I don't even know how to really accurately talk about this. It's so confusing.
Yeah.
The sort of natural person, sovereign citizen.
Sovereign citizen
versus
correct.
the U.S. citizen, the commodity of the corporation known as the United States.
Yeah.
And that's a whole other subject. That,
it is.
I think we touched on maybe a little bit.
We could probably touch on more, maybe.
But we didn't
when we
get
talk
into
about the bear.
It's
so much. Yeah,
it's so much, and we just kind of hit the surface, and I was already confused.
Yeah.
And I'm a pretty smart guy, and that was just I don't really understand. Because there's something about
it's a whole different language that's spoken.
And it's also not just it's also like a lifestyle or something, like how supposedly if a policeman who's the city PD or something stops you and you say like something like, no, I'm a sovereign citizen, I'm exerting my right to
my natural
not
person
be I'm a natural person, you can't search me or something, then I mean, supposedly that is legit, and I just don't understand why it would be or how it could be, and I certainly don't understand why that it would be a smart thing to do, because let's have this scenario where I'm some brown guy who gets stopped by a cop for whatever BS reason, and I'm like, no, I ain't doing that because I'm a sovereign citizen and da-da-da. I just feel like that just equals me getting arrested or shot. I don't know. It's like, what what is this? This cop, Joe Mofo. What's he gonna?
I don't care if you're a sovereign.
It's like I don't care. Like what?
I don't understand
does he
that.
know that the U.S. is a
Because-
corporation?
Yeah, because
No,
if
I'm
he
sorry,
doesn't,
no.
it's not gonna matter. Yeah,
What he knows is like last night's football score.
Yeah.
And how many I don't know. Tits he was able to fondle of the girls he arrested or something.
You're gonna be sovereign, all right, but
yeah, good for you. You're sovereign.
Yeah.
Now you got a black eye.
yeah,
from the-
and a couple of bullet wounds.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess that just requires more research and understanding because I don't understand it. I'm still ignorant of that.
Yeah, it's a lot, but
I also
but there's like
don't
laws,
have faith
a couple
in it.
laws. Of which one? The natural laws or the criminal laws?
I don't have faith in it being effective.
Okay,
And
yeah.
conceptually, I cannot imagine that working. Like I
Correct.
don't think anyone would comply. Well, why would they comply if they're clearly in power? Like, it's like I can say, I've got some unalienable rights. I'm a natural citizen. I'm sovereign. I'm da-da-da-da-da. Okay, fine. But this guy, Joe Mofo, he's got a gun.
Yeah.
And he's got a license to shoot you with it. Like,
Yeah.
why is he going to give a shit what you say? I don't know. I just don't.
Yeah, well, they're not because, like I said, they're
And plus,
they're
he doesn't know what
indoctrinating.
he's talking about. Yeah,
you don't know.
He's indoctrinating.
Yeah,
He's a
they're not-
tool of the system.
Yeah, exactly.
He has no idea what
They're not
he's
going to give
talking
them that when they're in their training.
Like, what's he going to do?
Stuff, they don't give
Shit!
them that.
Oh, he said the magic word,
yeah.
sovereign citizen.
Yes,
I'm gonna leave him alone.
That's
No.
not going to be in there.
I don't buy that.
Yeah, that's not going to be trained. So
My lack of faith is disturbing. But, I want to be proved differently. I do, because I would feel more secure. Like my distrust of authority figures and policemen and all that. It's not healthy. Like I don't like feeling that way.
But there's just way too many criminal laws. I mean, there's laws on top of laws on top of laws. Just to draw the wealth from the poor and transfer
like
to the rich.
They have
You know what I
every
mean?
reason. They have every mean
Because-
to stop you, search you, and charge you a fee or a fine anytime they want.
Yes, just look at any.
That's how it's written.
You don't have to do anything. Just look at the pedal gates and anything like that. If you or I got pedal anything, it's automatic locked up.
Yeah.
Period. Right? There's no get out of jail free. Do not pass go. It's straight to jail.
And society would also turn on you and take you out anyway. Yeah, you have no chance. But if you're like somebody who's rich and wealthy,
the law.
then you have a whole other kind of power.
Yeah, you don't. You're in the
Somehow
news.
you're
Nothing happens. You don't
into
get no
that somehow.
handcuffs. You can still hang out.
Instead, it's like everyone's applauding you and incredulous about this. It's a conspiracy theory. It can't be true. Trust in the state.
Correct.
In the state we trust. Do you remember that old sketch comedy show, The State?
State.
I think it was on MTV.
State. It sounds familiar right now.
It's pretty good. Yeah, that's it. Just remember. Oh man.
All right. Well,
I guess let's draw this to a close.
yeah.
Really good to catch up. I'm glad we were able to make this happen. This has been a little while.
Yeah.
And
So I know you were talking about SpaceX earlier, but they are going to launch another one. They're saying.
oh yeah,
Right,
like you just researched.
right,
so
yeah,
it looks like the 17th, right? Is that Saturday?
That's Saturday. Let me just check real quick. Well, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Still a couple days, right?
So let's keep an eye on that. Falcon 9, I think, was that, not that Falcon Heavy.
Please, if anybody is in that area, who is listening,
take some footage.
Please take
Film
photos.
it, please, because
I
still haven't. That's a great point.
There's no other photos from no other angles. It's supposed to be like
no other video.
it's supposed to be
How
like,
is there no other video?
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
There should be
All
like
I saw
hundreds
was
of people
official
out there.
footage.
There should be exactly. There should
So
be
weird.
different angles and
Weird,
people.
or it's obviously fake. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we didn't. Whatever. It was fake. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a whole other, but we don't need to get into it. Just.
I mean, come on. They went to the moon with tinfoil. You know what I mean?
Okay, I should specify. Yeah, right. Yeah. Not that I think the entire thing was like imaginary and it did not happen and all CG or no. I'm just saying that The narrative, that was fake. What we were told happened, that's not what happened. Something else is going on. I don't know. I mean, did they launch something? Maybe. I don't know. Did those things break into pieces, send a thing into space or wherever, the firmament, and then pieces land? I don't know. But, whatever it did or didn't happen, the narrative we were told, that didn't happen.
You know what's funny is that when they did that other launch from Longpoke, there was people in different parts of the city who captured that.
Yes.
Right?
We even posted pictures on that video,
right.
Number 4 or something, right?
So,
it's like
so we
there were
have
pictures everywhere.
There's pictures everywhere.
We have proof that something occurred.
Right? So how come there's no? Like I said, there should be photos of these launches. There should be hundreds of people in that area.
Maybe we haven't done enough research. Maybe, but there you go. It was okay. See. Whereas that night, right, it was unannounced, and it was a crazy visual spectacle that everybody knew about, and everybody saw, everybody talked about it. It was all over the news, all over social media, right?
Correct.
It was like viral, right?
Yeah.
Is the opposite this time. The Falcon Heavy was like totally media, like plastered. It was like everybody pay attention, everybody watch this. We're doing this, big deal.
Correct.
And they had a big press conference, and they had a bunch of like SpaceX people just like masturbating all over each other, and it was just like this is yet so totally heavily advertised. Yet I haven't seen a single picture or video that wasn't from SpaceX. I don't understand. And okay, maybe I haven't done enough research. Sure, I'll admit that. But I didn't have to do research for the other one because everyone was like, "Look at this! Look at this! This is nuts, man! This is bananas!" You know?
Exactly.
It's like, okay, so I don't know. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird.
Okay. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? It's just some stuff is kind of obvious, you know what I mean? Like, you start to pay attention to stuff, but it's like, that was, like you said, one gets no press and everyone covers it. One gets massive press and there's no photos of it anywhere except for the official, so-called official, right? But anyway,
it's all
guys,
true.
I know.
It's true. All of it.
On the fence, huh? I don't want to get into the legalese quite yet with the Mary Soetoro, but we are gonna talk about it. Just want to find more in depth on it because it is in Washington D.C. and they have a different jurisdiction than all the other 50 states. And
they
Puerto
are
Rico
essentially like a city-state,
correct?
Right? Yeah, it's sort of like the Vatican, sort of like a few other examples.
London City is one. I think Tokyo I think is one, or.
And then back in the day, like places like I think Sparta was a city-state, right? So wasn't like Troy a city-state too?
Not sure.
I could be wrong, but
sure.
You get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right? It's
correct.
like it's a unique place. Anyone who's gotten into any of this truther stuff has probably either skimmed or happened to notice that there's interesting stuff about DC.
Yeah,
it's a weird place. It's
correct.
Obviously it's very obviously hiding something.
Oh, and I forgot we need to update. The skies are clear. I haven't seen anything in a couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just want to make that
thanks
update.
For the reminder. I have not been taking pictures of that like anomalous cloud making thing because it hasn't done anything that's been worth taking pictures of lately. I did notice a few days that it was producing like little clouds that would sort of go up, I don't know how high, not very high, like maybe hundreds of feet, but not high enough to like be up on the horizon. And then that was it. They would just like dissipate. So and there was a storm the other day, and it rained pretty heavily. It kind of like just dropped in sheets suddenly. And I didn't notice any correlation with that thing either, so that's too bad.
Okay.
So I will say, and this sucks because I think I was unable to take a picture. There was an evening when very clearly it was producing clouds. When it was like it had stuff emanating out of it that then follow it up and again like sort of an upside down pyramid shape, and it became a gigantic cloud above the city. But it was this sort of closed system. It was like its own giant cloud structure, and it didn't connect with anything. The rest of the sky was clear. So it wasn't like it was. This is not changing weather, so I don't consider it to be like weather warfare device evidence, because it was just like, it's making a cloud, but it's just sitting there.
It's just sitting.
Yeah. So. Okay. Anyway.
All right, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
A little winded, but it's all right. It's good.
All right. Well.
But yeah, we're gonna we'll check back with you guys with the next Falcon launch. See what they're doing and see what kind of bullshit they're launching up next. All right.
Also, I want to try to have like another guest.
Speaker,
right?
Yeah.
Maybe have V-Rod back on.
Yeah.
Or I got another buddy too. So maybe try to. But I think it might be good to have like a part 2 with V-Rod for him to get more into what he started last time, because that was like really interesting.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it for now. For Urban Ed. Peace out.
Niijii out. Take care.